Bingkai Karya is back, your favorite channel that discusses about songs, musicians, and the story behind them. And I'm Lucy, and today we have a very special guest. She's a rising singer-songwriter from Jakarta, whose music beautifully captures the chaos, joy, and tenderness of growing up. Especially when you are in 20s. So please welcome Alex, who just
Hi.
released his debut EP in my 20s.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you guys so
Alex,
much for having me.
how how is it the stage with
Hmm.
a kind of legend band, Peter Pan in Bandung?
Yes, it was so crazy. Like it felt so surreal that I was with them and singing their songs as well. I'm just really grateful and really like I still can't believe it still I mean it happened. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
saw in your Instagram you also play guitar,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I do play guitar. So I really do love playing guitar.
What song is that when you play your
Oh,
guitar?
I played Satu Hati and Jalani Mimpi for guitar, and yeah, the rest. I mean, the other one, the Ada Apa Denganmu kan is not with
Mm-hmm.
guitar. It's like with a duet with Elo. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
that must be so exciting, is
yeah.
it?
It is like it was crazy. Especially like we had like a lot of preparation for it as well.
Mm.
So like the whole time I still can't believe like, oh wow, I'm gonna be singing with a legend band. Like that's crazy. Because like we all listened to them when we were like younger, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
In like a restaurant. Like I listened to them in restaurant like sebelum era digital, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
when it was yeah,
CD.
CD. And it's crazy. Like the song that I heard in the restaurant, I'm playing it live with them. That's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
But how come? How come you suddenly sing together with Peter Pan?
Um, I think yeah, so I think they also selected artists that I think I was just the upcoming one. Like
Mm.
out of the four of them,
Mm-hmm.
I think they wanted to put in someone really new, really fresh, and I think that's how it happened. So like they actually had a talk about it, and then or like they contacted me, and yeah, it was crazy when like um I got like news like, do you want to sing for Peter
Mm.
Pan? Like what do you mean, you know? So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was still like crazy to comprehend ever since so yeah when I was younger and my parents also listened to them, right? So yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
that's how it happened.
That's great. And there's also an interesting um, part in your background,
Mm,
which you studied psychology, right?
I
Yes,
did psychology.
and then music in Melbourne University, and you also the owner of a restaurant in Bali, isn't it?
Yeah, like part of it. I mean, we shared with other people as well, but yeah, like it's called Anaya if you wanna check it out.
Mm-hmm,
But it's like a brunch place in Bali, Japanese brunch, which is very I would say the food's really good, the vibe's really good. And yeah, I studied psychology in Melbourne University back
mm-hmm.
in 2020. So I finished like uni in 2023, but I took a diploma in music. So
Hmm.
jadi jalan bersama, it's like a concurrent thing. So I didn't do like a double degree, but like it was a full bachelor's like undergrad and a diploma. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So jalan bersama, barengan, is
Yeah,
it?
barengan. So I did a diploma
Oh,
and like I
that's
also did that
interesting.
bachelor. Yeah. It didn't really feel like studying was a bad thing because I do love learning and music like has always been like a passion of mine, right? So when the music classes it just felt like a breeze. Like
Mm-hmm,
yeah, because I really did enjoy it, you know?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. You're studying psychology must have impacted your musical skill, musical sense, isn't it? Akan ngaruh nggak your psychology, study, and then
Mhm.
music? Is there any correlation about that?
I mean, I did love like music when I was still very young. Jadi when I was like umur 10 11 gitu udah suka main
Mm-hmm.
gitar. Then I just sort of like progressed into like I love singing. And I do love singing as well. I really do. And then like when I did psychology in uni, if I felt like it did sort of help, like especially like in psychology you learn why people think the way they think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or why does this happen? Like why does this behavior happen? So that's what psychology is trying to um make us know itu kayak gitu um like for example if you're, I don't know, let's say maybe you're learning like when you're observing things gitu. How when you're observing things, like why do kids like observe the way they do when they're at that age gitu. And that sort of like helps because it models like the whole picture of things, like how you see the world. Like that's why we learn psychology gitu.
Mm-hmm.
You make your own map. It's called a schema. But when you have a schema in your brain, and you know how like why kayak gini the mind map, because of the accumulation of like you observing things, learning things, like how you process things. Itu semua di psychology. And music is
Mm-hmm.
kind of the same way, right?
Mm-hmm.
You write something, when you write a song, you also need to observe like other people, or observe your surroundings, observe
Mm-hmm.
like the way people feel, like how they react when they are like feeling things gitu. And especially with music kayak it hits like a personal level. So I feel like bisa di-incorporate that, because when I write songs,
Mm-hmm.
itu like I like observe a lot of things and then like write it gitu.
Mm.
Observe my own feelings, kayak make sense
Okay.
of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this one, this EP, it's also about being uh being confused, being fragile in twenties, right? So you
Yeah.
observe the feeling of being twenties,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Let's start with the big one. What
Okay.
inspired you to create this EP? Why suddenly you choose, "Ah, I think I will make a song about being twenties"? What inspired you, Alex?
Um okay, so the reason why I wrote this EP is because um so I you mentioned before that I went to uni, and that changed like everything, you know. And when I went back, because I studied in Melbourne and I came back, and I felt like, oh, where do I start? Like after you're done with like you've graduated, you've studied, you've experienced your life abroad. When you come back home, how do you how do you start, like how do you navigate through this? Because like when you're in uni, I guess like you have like a routine, like okay, like I'm going to class, like you know, even though it's not like a routine yang kaya di SMA ya, or like SMP,
Mhm.
because like you go home all the time. But in uni, like a lot of different classes and things like that. So but then when you're out in the real world, like how do you navigate that? And that's why I wanted to write in my 20s, because every song that I wrote is in
Mhm.
chronological order, and me trying to
Mm.
figure out my life in my 20s. How do I navigate through the trials and tribulations, but also how to make sure that I'm still having fun, and like how do I express it? Like how do I express it? And I feel like I had to make this first EP. Like I wanted my first EP to be a compilation of stories and topics that I experienced myself in my 20s, and hopefully others can also relate to the different topics yang ada di per lagunya. Per lagu ada topik yang berbeda. So
Mhm.
I think that's the fun part about this project, this first EP, because you go through like all these songs. There's about like heartbreak, there's about growing up,
Mhm.
there's about um a song about chasing your own career because
Mhm.
this is your time and you don't want to start a relationship. and there
Okay.
are songs about grief.
Wait, that's Wet Wild, right?
Yeah, that's been a while. That's been a while. Yeah, so
Mhm,
I think like it's a very interesting way of kaya immortalizing my 20s.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so fun.
Mm.
And I like five.
You like
I
five?
really like five,
Why
yes.
why do you like five?
Because first the title. You choose the title five. Like it's make people questioning five. What do you mean by five? Then when I listen to the song, you said that
Hmm.
I wish I was five. Uh, the world when you were 5 years old and now it's really different, something like that. And I really
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. It's like you go back to your own self in when you were a little, like that. My question: do you
Hmm.
often look back to your younger self for comfort or inspiration when you make a song? Sometimes.
I do. Now I
Mm-hmm.
think you just made me realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think yeah, when I wrote five, I really looked back into like the moments where it's very nostalgic kayak hidup simple banget ya gitu. And I feel that was the essence of five. And yeah, I think honestly I might look back a lot of the times when I'm writing to find like a sense of like okay, like groundedness and like how much things have changed. Like I
Mm-hmm.
always like to write about that as well because I just feel like that was also like such an important time in my life when I was like a kid and like when we didn't know anything and now we know too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's always such a topic to dig deeper. And yeah, I think maybe you made me realize that in this interview that maybe I look too much, like too back too much, like in my past. Yeah.
But that's fun. I mean, the journey going back into ourselves and make a song. That's so fun. And you also mentioned about grief,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
That's in Bling. That's about grief, right?
Yes, yes.
Mhm. This is something universal actually, but also deep personal somehow. How did writing the song help you process your own grief?
Hmm. It helped me a lot. Like
Mhm.
honestly, it really did. Because we were like as a family, like we struggled. I lost my uncle last year, and that's why Bling came about. And I wrote it about my uncle, but actually, like I wrote it for my dad. And so when I was writing that song, it wasn't actually supposed to be a song because I was still processing how to deal with this grief as a family and what is my position also like in like supporting my family as well. So like it was a lot of things to process, like feelings wise, like grief. So I just let it all out actually, like in a poem. Jadi like there's like a huge a poem where I wrote all the lyrics down for Blink, and that's how it really helped me process my feelings because I didn't
Mhm.
know where to write it. So it's just like word vomit. Okay, I just throw it out all there. And
Right.
when I actually made the song with my guitar, like I felt like this actually maybe it could be actually a song. Like
Mm.
but I wasn't sure where it would lead. But thank God like my producer Wilmara and Kamga, my vocal director, like helped me arahin and
Mm.
when we were producing the track. So um that really helped me process my grief because like there were three meetings where okay like I wanted to make this a song and then I want to produce it, but then when the vocal take came around, like my uncle actually passed away, so I wrote the song when my uncle was still alive and I
Mm.
only sang it after he passed away, so like the emotions are already there and
Mhm.
it just like helped me like express my feelings, like
Mhm.
to be honest with you. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. And your songs full of honesty. You
Yeah.
put honesty in your lyrics. But I'm curious, how do you balance? I mean, you become vulnerable, right? How do you balance vulnerability
Right.
with the need to protect your private emotions? How do you
Mm.
balance that? Mhm.
That's actually such an interesting question. Oh, sorry. I just needed to put this in. But
Okay,
um
okay.
how yeah. Um how do I balance honesty with vulnerability, right?
Mhm.
In my songs. Um yeah, I mean, I've always tried to keep my songs very honest because I feel like music ito my best outlet, my best emotional outlet that I can let myself like just be. And I always try to write like lyrics based on like my own experiences or maybe my friends or how I really perceive that. And yeah, I guess like there's always that fear of like if I'm being too honest, like would that be too much? Or
Mhm.
if I don't want people to see like what what I'm actually like or what what if the story like there's always something behind the story and people try to like guess like what is it about? Like but but at the end of the day, kaya, I feel like the reason why music touched me and maybe many others is because you need to have that sort of honesty. You need to have like your art needs to be genuine and coming from a place that you yourself. If it's not, then I feel like it wouldn't be as effective. Um, but then I feel like all art always comes from a place of
Mhm.
yeah, like honesty and vulnerability. It needs to go hand in hand. Like you need to be open to harus like buka banget dengan yeah your emotions like for people to access them and for you to let it out. Like you need to be vulnerable with that because like when you hear a song, right? Like you feel
Mhm.
something. Like
Mhm.
music, I feel like is the only art medium that when you don't need to see to like feel something, right? Like
Mhm.
you feel all the complex emotions that you don't even know that you can feel, and you don't need to see it. So like
Mhm.
the fact that uh that one piece of song can contain like heartbreak, kaya vulnerability and honesty, like it's what's gonna like really affect you. So that's why like I feel like to balance it out is really important, but I do balance it out with the music. Like if my lyrics are so honest, then the music has to complement it, and that's where ada vulnerability niya gitu.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. You know, when I listen to Five,
Mm-hmm.
I imagine like you open Five by a guitar, like right?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Yes. You play a guitar and then it feels like someone tucked me in my bed and play guitar and I was just like sleep and when I opened my eyes I was just five.
That's so cute. Oh, that's so
Yeah,
sweet. Thank
that's
you.
it. I like
That's
that.
so cute. That's really cute. Um, that's really nice. Like, I mean, like,
Mhm,
it's so amazing that you can feel that way because
mhm.
that's the first time I actually heard that the guitar opening felt like a tuck in, like
Yeah,
someone tuck you in.
yeah,
That's so cute. Thank you so
yep.
much.
Uh-huh. You play guitar mostly in your songs, right? But
I
you
do.
also collaborate with some incredible names like Prasha Aditya,
Hmm.
Mika Angelo, and Aditya Sofyan.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How does those collaborations shape the sound of the EP finally?
Hmm. It it really matches well, yeah. Like the
Mm-hmm.
way, like I think maybe you've already saw that, um, like all like this is the lyric book that I have, but this is we give this out,
Mm,
but
so
all the lyrics,
cute.
yeah. I'm just gonna read like the credits, but we do have like credits like here, and all of the people that are in this um credits like really shaped the tone of the EP. But like that's why I pick like certain collaborators to work with to achieve that sound. Even though it's like different producers, you can feel like the tonal like vibe of the album itu kayak acoustic pop or like
Mhm.
folk and a bit like country. So it's still in the same kind of like universe. And that's because I actually started out playing guitar and acoustic guitar. And that's why I play acoustic guitar in my songs, in anywhere, even when I perform. So, because that is like a part of who I am as a songwriter and a singer-songwriter. Um, that's why maybe like when you hear like the album, like how does it feel like? Kok bisa sih kayak even different people, like it
Mhm.
still sound the same. Like it's not sound the same, but like it has the same vibe. Like for example, Mas Aditya, I've worked with him. So I used to like feature for him in Java Jazz in 2022. Yeah,
Okay.
2022 or 2023. I think 2022.
Mhm.
And I I sang like two songs. And before that I also kind of knew him through a friend, and like he's just the most humble, like sweet uh mentor. Like he's been such a mentor to me, and dia juga like loves to explore different tunings with his guitars. Like he's kind of like really he's very like eccentric and in a good
Mhm.
way. Like he's such a unique artist and a really honest artist as well. And you can tell like he's really genuine and he's so humble. And I loved working with him. Like that's how I get to work with him. Because like I had this song and then I was like, I really want a male singer. Like it needs to be a male singer. It can't be a female. I want to have like that contrast. I want like this song to have like a road trip vibe, and that's how Messy in the Weather came.
Mhm.
So he wrote his own
Mhm.
verse. And it was so fun. Like it was really fast as well. Like it was one of those songs where like oh langsung jadi aja gitu. And
Mm.
only came to my house once
Wow.
to write it, like the verse. And then the second meeting is like he recorded it. So it was pretty
No
fast.
way.
Yeah. I know, it's crazy.
Wow.
Um yeah, and with like the rest of the producers, like the way I also met them was because they really liked the song. And my song is only kayak aku cuma nunjukin like voice memo. So I
Mhm.
just sent voice memo through WhatsApp kayak with my guitar.
Mhm.
And I think they also shaped the production based on that. And maybe because everything started with my own guitar, the tone is same. And that's what they
Mhm.
actually love. They wanted to actually really work on this because it's sort of like a passion project for them too. So I'm just really grateful kayak they also see it the same way as I do. Like this is bener-bener like also sometimes like they also tell me like maybe these songs kayak never came across me gitu loh. Kayak it's not something they would maybe usually produce gitu. And they wanna like do it because they like genuinely love the song like as raw as it is gitu. So it was really like amazing how all these collaborators can come together sih. Aku like syukur banget, like so
Mhm.
grateful. Crazy, yeah.
Yeah. You meet uh people, song and everything selaras gitu. Ya nggak
Iya,
sih?
iya kayak aku rasanya gitu sih, to be honest
Mhm.
kayak rasa rasa banget kayak like I didn't like intend aku sebenarnya like didn't like plan like oh this have to be like this like they're all like great producers like top notch. It's not that like as I keep making it kan aku bilang kan kayak in chronological order I made the songs. Jadi kayak one
Mhm.
by one. But then every time I make one song, like I meet this person and ternyata like the
Mhm.
person is this person gitu. And then the next song like Five kan I already knew Mas Reza from a long time. So I just cocokin like the song with the producer. Tapi with the new ones kayak along my journey of in my 20s journey, in my
Mhm.
20s I also meet some amazing people which
Mhm.
like mereka bagus banget kan? Like even without my songs. But I'm just like I think like pas banget gitu.
Mhm.
Kayak satu
Yes.
arah. Ya.
Your energy attract. right people, I guess.
Yeah, I hope so. Like, I love it. Yeah.
And finally,
Mhm.
if in my 20s could leave one lasting message for listeners, maybe them who are also figuring out adulthood, what would
Mhm.
that message be, Alex?
Hmm. I think like it's okay to feel messy and chaotic in your 20s because you're not alone. And I feel like life in your 20s is so beautiful. And just go explore, go get yourself out there, do whatever you want to do because this is your time. So don't worry about like the failures because, or the sad moments because it's all a part of life. And like your 20s are supposed to be fun, wild, and messy and also just like discovering yourself. So don't be scared. Like you're not alone because everyone's also experiencing that too.
You're not alone. With these songs, you're not alone. So listen to
Yeah.
the song.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex. I guess this is the end of our session now. Thank you so much for joining Bingkai Karya and everyone. Don't forget to listen to in my 20s, right? In your favorite platform, and my favorite is five, so you have to listen to five also.
Okay.
Thank you.
Listen to all three
Bye.
platforms. Bye bye.
Bye.